You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Friday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dolly.
All right. Thank you for listening to the podcast. I don't know where you're listening, Spotify, Apple, or whatever. If you haven't heard, our company, Rogers, is always pushing us to try and get you to download the Seeker app.
That's right.
SEEKR.
I love that there are people who will have only listened to the podcast, never the live show, and not on the Seeker app. And you keep doing the sexy SEEKR from the radio commercials, and they're like, is he okay?
It drives me insane. But they want us to bribe you to download their app and listen to our podcast and the radio stations and all that.
Yes.
If you download the Seeker app and you listen for like 15 minutes, you can win $500. But this is your last weekend. So if you're listening from the 21st to the 23rd of November 2025,
Yes.
download the app, 15 minutes, and you get an automatic entry to win $500.
And it's cumulative. It's every 15 minutes is an entry. So you could theoretically, if you're hearing this right after the show on Friday, get yourself about 48 hours worth of entries just by ripping our podcast.
And if you're listening to this after November 23rd, it doesn't matter.
Disregard.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
If you haven't been paying attention to the news, there's been this whole weird thing about the government trying to deny cloned meat from being sold here in Canada.
I've been hearing stories about cloned meat and people on Facebook being like, don't go to this store. Their meat is all cloned, but it's all a confusing mess.
Well, the biggest thing is that you can't distinguish brands that support animal cloning. You can't even really tell if you're eating cloned meat is the biggest problem. But Health Canada announced yesterday that they are going to pause cloned meat from entering Canada's food supply without a formal risk assessment or mandatory labels.
I mean, yeah, I would like them to do the research on it. Now, I will also say that if they go through all this and they do all the testing and they do all the labeling and everything else, and it turns out to be safe, like whatever makes chicken not $30 for a pack of thighs, I'm on board for. I know we're all like, oh no, it should only be farm fresh and homegrown and blah, 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 blah. It's too expensive. If cloned meat is cheaper and it won't kill me, I'm not against that.
Listen, I love going to the butcher shop and getting some good steaks, but then again, I've been eating Taco Bell for years, and I'm not 100% what's in there, but man, does it taste good.
That's when a clone goes wrong. They send it to Taco Bell.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Throughout the week, we talked a lot about proposing and engagements, and what's the worst way to propose was yesterday's topic.
It was a very romantic week on the show.
Friend of the show, Alex, hit me up on Instagram and said an airplane would be the worst place to propose because if they say no, you literally can't go anywhere. But they also said that should also be on the list of worst places to break up.
Oh, man.
Which breaking up on a plane would suck so bad.
I will say, though, I get it. Because we've all been on flights. The more you fly, the more stressful it is. You're sitting there. It's not an ideal environment. Maybe you guys had already had an argument at some point.
Well, even just going to the airport in general, that whole experience. I've heard people say before, going on a plane for the first time as a couple can make or break a relationship.
It's big. It's like when you first spend like time together on a trip or anything like that. Like you're really going to get to know each other in that moment.
And you can't, if you break up at the airport, you can't be yelling at each other, else you're going to end up on a no-fly list.
Didn't even think about that. Yeah,
right?
If you cause a scene, you're either going to get denied access to the plane, which at that point might actually be best case scenario. Or, yeah, it could be worse. Like the authorities could get involved.
It was funny, after Alex messaged and said this, I was like, everything that we said for the worst proposal works for the worst breakup, funeral, wedding, all that kind of stuff.
If you break up with someone at a funeral, I don't care what happens. There are very few exceptions. If you get it in your head that you need to break up while you're at a funeral and you can't wait until at least later in the day, you're wrong for what you've done. If that person is grieving and you're like, by the way, I think we're Splitsville.
I mean, you're in a graveyard, everything's dying, the relationship might as well,
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
What's the worst place to break up? We had someone say this.
Be on a cruise ship.
Oh.
You're stuck with them on the same boat for who knows how long in the same room.
It's kind of like what I was saying with the airplane thing, but You also have the idea of being like, I can just jump off this ship right now.
Oh, God. Yeah, true.
Which is funny because someone said hot air balloon ride.
Hot air balloon ride is definitely up there because you're just like, well, bye, I guess. Like either that or what a silent, awkward, slow descent.
Someone else said escape room.
Escape room's not so bad because you can just tap out on those.
I guess, yeah.
The worst part about breaking up at an escape room is there is an employee watching you at all times. They're watching this all unfold.
You're in a very unhealthy relationship, and they're like, you can't leave me till we escape. We do got Johnny Mac on the line. Johnny Mac, what do you think? What's the worst place to break up, dude?
I would probably say at a family reunion when you both show up to the same reunion and realize you're cousins.
I think that only happens in Saskatchewan, brother.
Well, I'm going to tell you, man, back in the day in high school, I knew this guy, and he started seeing this chick, and then he went to his parents. No joke, like things got hot and heavy, like even in a hot tub.
Okay.
He goes to his folks and he says, hey, I'm going to start dating so-and-so. So the parents say, pardon me, who are you wanting to see? He tells them again, and they sit him down at the table and they say, mister, you need to understand that is your cousin.
No.
He had already done the deed at this point,
His-
too?
Oh, man, his mind's exploding, like, what? He just can't believe what he just heard. And he runs to her, tells her about it, and says, we can't see each other anymore. We're cousins. Her response is, oh, that doesn't matter. I don't want to stop seeing you because of that. His mind exploded again.
You know, there's something to be said about being close with your family, but not that close, dude.
Love conquers all except for DNA.
Oh, by the way, they did not continue seeing each other.
Thank God.
You know what? We did need the confirmation on that.
Closure I didn't know I needed.
That makes it less hot, I'm not going to lie.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Apparently, there's going to be a Squid Game America.
Oh, good.
It's set to shoot in February with David Fincher as the director, and it only says Kate Blanchett is going to be the cast member listed. It's supposed to be exactly like the Japanese version, just Americanized.
It's for all the people who heard of the cultural phenomenon that was Squid Game, but went, ooh, subtitles, no.
You know what it is? It's taking place next Friday. It's just going to be Black Friday at Walmart. That's what American Squid Game should be.
Kate Blanchett's going to be at a Walmart somewhere in Idaho, and they're going to start filming.
You ever see those videos of people just fighting at a Waffle House? They've already done this, you realize,
What's
right?
that?
It was The Biggest Loser. That was American Squid Games, was it not?
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
You know the company Bath and Body Works?
Oh, yeah. No, I know about having to plug my nose if I walk by the front of a store.
They actually put up ads all throughout a subway station in New York recently, but they're scented ads is what it is.
Oh, you shouldn't be sniffing things in a New York subway station.
So basically, they've made this whole subway smell like pine and vanilla, which they're claiming is the smell of Christmas.
The pine, I fully get, right? Christmas tree.
For sure.
It's that type of year.
Vanilla, though, I don't understand.
I don't feel like vanilla. It's not that vanilla would be an unwelcome smell at Christmas. It just doesn't scream Christmas to me. It literally is the most basic of candles.
It's funny because there are some people that are enjoying it. Some are complaining, saying it's overwhelming, just like walking into a Bath and Body Works.
Sure, yeah.
But I was thinking, what is the smell of Christmas? Because like you said, the pine I get, the vanilla I don't. I feel like more of a cinnamon than a vanilla.
Yeah, but just like baking in general, I do feel like there is. Cinnamon would be a good one.
Nutmeg, maybe.
Nutmeg is definitely up there. I also just feel like a mint. You know, just like peppermint.
Candy cane, yeah.
Winter mint. Sorry, not winter mint, winter green.
If you could somehow make a candle that's a mix of, like, what is cold air? It's like a metallic kind of smell, right?
Yeah. It kind of has that. I can't describe it, but you know it when it hits you.
Yeah, like that cold air smell mixed with maybe, some cinnamon, some mint. Maybe if you could get some eggnog in there.
Yeah. Well, eggnog is an interesting smell. Eggnog is one of those ones where I feel like you're in or you're out. Although, now that I think of it, a big part of the eggnog smell comes back to cinnamon.
Yeah.
So that's another sort of point for that
You
category.
could make like a Christmas dad candle where it's eggnog, rum, and just some Pall Mall Smooth mixed in there.
Now, if it's a Christmas dad candle, do I have to leave it outside where I can't see it? Am I allowed to bring it in the house? Maybe just on Christmas morning?
It's actually a magic trick. You buy it and then it doesn't come home with you.
It leaves when you're not looking.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
What do you think Christmas would smell like if it was a candle?
Burning money.
Just paper on fire.
It's not paper anymore.
Just burnt plastic.
Plastic.
Oh, God. Yeah, I think we all know the smell of that.
It's that friction smell from all the swipes through the... Well, I guess we don't even do that anymore now. It's all tap.
We got someone else on the line. If you would make a Christmas candle, what would it smell like?
Turkey, sugar cookies.
Sugar cookies I like. Turkey I also like. I don't know if Brock's okay with it. I know you're not a big turkey guy.
I mean, the worst part about turkey during Christmas is the turkey farts. That could be a candle in itself, man.
I'd be scared to set fire to a turkey fart candle, if I'm being honest. That's just asking for a turkey blue angel.
Hey, we've talked about before how hard it is to get people to leave during the holidays. Now, thinking about it now, though, wouldn't the turkey candle, that would be Thanksgiving more than it would be Christmas?
That's
or?
the problem, is turkey actually could come up a couple times because there's even people who do turkey around Easter. And then you were saying that cinnamon feels like a smell of Christmas, but now I'm thinking about it in my head, and that's big Valentine's Day vibes. A lot of Valentine's Day candies and candles are already cinnamon scented.
I mean, if you want to do a Valentine's Day smell, it's rubber.
Sorry, explain.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
We make fun of Florida man stories. I have an Australia man story.
Oh, that's
for you.
new.
Yeah. So there is a dude named Andre McKechnie's 54-year-old man, currently serving a life sentence in Australian prisons. And he is suing the country, the government of Australia, and specifically the penal system, because he says that his constitutional rights are being denied because he's not allowed to have Vegemite in prison.
I don't know what Vegemite is. I know it's an Australian thing, but what is it?
It's like a spread, like a preserve kind of thing. It's horrible.
I know. I've seen videos of people eating it on TikTok and stuff.
I've tried it before. It's this cultural phenomenon. It's this massive thing in Australia, but I don't get it. I don't understand it. But apparently, he's being denied because Vegemite is banned in a number of Australian prisons because they claim that it interferes with narcotic detection dogs. The potent smell and everything that comes off of Vegemite apparently just fully messes with drug dogs.
Like they can't smell the drugs if Vegemite is around?
They can't tell the difference, I guess, so it leads to false positives, and then if there's a false positive, then it puts their trust into question in court and stuff like that.
Well, good thing that if you're smuggling and you're going through Australia, keep some Vegemite on you. It might help you out.
I mean, we're all learning something here today. That's what's important.
Now, I will say this.
Okay.
Do you know what this guy went to jail for?
I mean, I don't know that it has to do with anything. He is serving the life sentence for murder.
Well, that 100% has to do with something, because anyone who is saying, this is going against my constitutional right, you're in jail. Let's not forget that you're there for a reason. I think you lost all of your rights when you killed that person.
Yeah, I guess, I don't want to sound like I'm...
Am I wrong?
No, I don't want to sound like I'm soft on crime. I don't want to be like, just because he murdered someone doesn't mean he shouldn't be able to have his favorite toasted spread.
So if you get a DUI, you should keep your license too, right?
No, that is not what I'm saying.
What you're saying
It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you're actually making a compelling argument. But then what do you say about, like, in places where they have the death penalty? That's like a big thing, is like, well, what's your last meal? You can request literally anything. This guy could have a whole jar of Vegemite if he wanted to, if he was on death row instead of just serving a life sentence.
I don't know about you, but growing up, I used to ask my parents if we could go to McDonald's all the time, and they would still say no.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Did you see the announcement that Air Canada is going to be rebranding some of their, what do they call it, the Rouge planes there, the brand, they're going to be making every plane, every seat will have a screen to watch, free Wi-Fi on the plane, and then they weren't specific on how it would work, but it did mention complimentary beer. Complimentary beer or wine.
A few airlines have been pulling this stunt lately where they're like, hey, we know we've been a pain in the ass. How about a drink on us?
We know that it sucks to be here. What if we got you just a little bit buzzed? Would that make you want to come fly the
They're just like a
skies?
creepy guy at the bar. Like, come on, I'll buy you a drink.
On its face, I appreciate like the free Wi-Fi. I like the idea of. I think that should be standard. The screens, I know some planes have been taking them out. It's like, why? Give me something
so
to do.
Annoying, yeah.
The idea of me getting a free beer is a positive thing. I'm like, oh yeah, who wouldn't want a beer on the plane? But then you think about it. The idea of everybody on the plane having a beer. Now I'm like, oh, people are going to start like burping and getting ornery.
Not even that, man. The line for the washroom is going to be bad. You get some people with like tight bladders.
Right? You get one of them cross country, like 6-7 hour flights, and all of a sudden everybody's had a beer, minimum one beer to start the flight. About 3 hours in, we are in for a problem.
You know what I'd like rather than a beer or free Wi-Fi?
What can they do to get you back?
How about give me free luggage, or even let me bring a carry-on for free? You know?
Yeah. How about you let me? I know this is audacity to even ask for it, but if I'm going on a trip, how about I get to bring some stuff with me? Wouldn't that be crazy?
How about I get to know the price of my flight with everything included without having to check through 7 things and be like, oh, this $200 flight ended up being $700?
It's just so funny because people are not quiet about what it is about Canadian Airlines that piss us off. We are talking about it all the time. It is very loud complaining. And the airlines just like, they wave through all of it. Like, oh, the seats are too small. There's no leg room. Everybody's angry and upset and it costs too much money. Who wants a Molson Canadian?
You know what airlines are like? Airlines are like those guys that you see on vacation that are like, here, you want this for free?
Oh, and then it's a timeshare?
Yeah.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Doing a little pre-Black Friday shot. I was looking at Amazon because they got their deals on right now.
Them and everyone else.
A lot of drones on sale this year for Black Friday, and they're all being touted as like, what a great present for the...
Did you buy a drone?
Absolutely not. What do I need a drone for?
Good.
What does anybody need a drone for?
Great answer, honestly.
That's the question that I kind of was struck with last night while I was looking at this stuff. And it was like, okay, so if you are like a photographer, cinematographer type person, I get why a drone is maybe useful to you. And I see the drone racing where they like do the first person goggles and they fly through stadiums and stuff. That's sick. And then I guess if you're in the military and you're bombing things.
Sure.
Beyond that, why does the average person need a tiny helicopter with a 4K camera attached to the bottom of it?
I live with a backing onto a park.
Right.
It pisses me off when I see people with drones over there and they're like flying over my house. What are you doing?
What is the goal here? What are you trying to accomplish?
If I just walked up to someone's fence from the park and like popped over like I'm the guy from Home Improvement, I'm getting the cops called on me. I understand also that there are places that you're not allowed to fly drones, and people do.
Right.
You know who loves drones? The Army, like you said, and peeping Toms.
That's got to be it. Like, if my neighbor, old Bob, lovely fella, but if I saw him out in the backyard flying a drone around the neighborhood, I'd probably have to go next door and be like, Bob, we need to talk, man. We need to... I got windows in my bathroom. What are you
Not
doing?
only does it come off creepy to me, but you're also annoying my dogs. When they hear that...
They get all wound up.
They're on defense like we are being spied on, which technically we are.
I mean, yeah, theoretically. I mean, we've talked about the old conspiracy theory about how birds aren't real. They're all spy drones. There's enough in the neighborhood. We don't need your 4K drone out there.
The only thing I like about drones is there's one guy on Instagram that goes around to like sketchy motels in the States where like ladies of the night and stuff hang out. Have you seen those videos?
No.
And he
What
just,
does he do with the drone?
He just hangs out with the drone and there's like drug dealers and whatnot.
It's like it's like the alley scene in King of the Hill. It's just 4 prostitutes and then a drone hanging out. Sup, guys?
Yeah. It's like if you've ever gone on and watched like the city cameras online.
Okay, you know what? A singular exception to our rule. That guy's allowed to own a drone.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.